What is going on? I'm Zedmot, and this season of Warships is bonkers. Looks like Sonar Ops are done. I did not play much. Let me know if you played. I am very curious to hear how that went for you guys. Do make sure you got code Zedmot over in that shop because it does expire and you often spell it wrong. Smot, snot, nope, Zedmot. Warships Season 80. All I've been doing is collecting chests, like one battle, 1.5 battles every 8 hours, going back to 18, 18, 10. Like, it's just silly how little I'm playing this season. And the reason for that is I'm just collecting in diamond. Like, all of my chests have been in diamond for like the last, I don't know, 10 days. But I definitely should have gone 7 by now, but just couldn't find the motivation. So I'll show you how I've been hitting, just in case it's helpful. You can see I'm getting like 2 minutes, 220 faster. A couple people fizzles, which is just super lucky, but I'll show you this one. It's the 220. And what I'm doing is the same thing as always. I am using that active flare right about, come on active flare, right about there. And that active flare is allowing me, more importantly, yes, I am getting my Laser Rangers out, but I'm also using a couple boats of Bombardiers over here. And you notice that that flare is just about expired, which means that those guys on that right-hand side stay low on the ramp and generally out of the range of the mortars, except for when they want to freeze something else and they start moving forward and they start dying, which is, of course, quite frustrating. But they generally do an okay job. And then I'm having the Laser Rangers and the Heavies go along this left-hand wall, and Everspark is coming along this right-hand wall and clearing this stuff. So just using like a three-pronged attack. It's not perfect, and I rarely run into a base that looks like this. Typically Everspark's over here with these guys, but just trying to clear some mines so those Bombardiers can make their way up there. And these guys are coming through here. We're going to get a tiny shock there in a second. And those shock launchers don't reach, so we do need a little bit of love in a second here, and that's where we've got medkits, which do keep our troops alive fairly well. Bombardiers still dealing with this. Laser Rangers and Everspark still dealing with that. And then we get a Cryobomb just to slow things down a teeny tiny bit. Laser Rangers doing wonderful things. Critters coming, Bombardiers coming, and we've got reinforcements coming, but don't really need them all that much. Definitely help a little bit just to keep a couple extra troops alive. And then finally, I throw the flare way too late, which means that my troops do end up dying by the masses as that flotsam expires, but yeah, that's it. Using Bombardiers on this, usually one boat, sometimes two, and then getting my troops moving and using Everspark to mix things in a little bit. I'll show you one more. That's not a great time. Let's do this one just because. And you can see this one probably going to do a three-pronged attack as well. One boat of Heavies there, one boat of Heavies there, and then Bombardiers over here. But it's been forever and a day since I did this hit, so who knows. See, there we go, getting those Heavies. Notice that I dropped them right of center because there's a bunch of mines in there, and then get the flare, and then get our Laser Rangers on the left. We've got some Bombardiers on that right. We've got Everspark on the left, right, and then we've got, again, just a three-pronged-ish attack, and we've got some troops going each of the different ways. Bombardiers clearing down there, Laser Rangers going there, Laser Rangers going there, and then those mines kind of concern me a little bit, so I probably waste a Cryobomb coming up here in a second. There we go. Troops spreading out, Bombardiers doing stupid things. Like, look at this. This Bombardier next to that Heavy there skipped that engine room completely just to shoot at that sniper tower, which is what those Cryo Bombardiers have been known to do. And then here comes the old-fashioned split. This is where you end up getting in a little bit of trouble unless you can get a Heavy out front, because those shock launchers can cause some problems. But generally beating 6 engine room bases for the most part, and you can of course avoid different engine room levels by leaving the battle search in the first couple seconds. I do have Seekers. I started using them and Heavy Choppas and then just started losing. So I just put them on the shelf for the moment. And my next task, of course, is to jump on into that 7 engine room level and then get either the Shock Blaster or the Doom Cannon. I need to look at some bases and probably the troop damage. And everyone is heading towards that defib. That defib does change the game. Let's just have a look up at the top of the task force, shall we? Oh, Tarek fell out of Legendary. That's unfortunate. So, Shock Blaster there. That is the first time. 1 point for the Shock Blaster. Scrolling on down, 1 point for the Doom Cannon. Mr. P, so naked. That is just ridiculous. Scrolling up yet again, Commander J. Doom has the Doom Cannon, so that's 2-1 for the Doom Cannon, but the higher rank probably wins that one, maybe. And then someone has parked, did they get to 24.50, I'm gonna guess? No, what? Highest rank this season. So they probably want to get to 24.50, or they're just hoping to be in the global leaderboard. Let's check one more with Nightwada, the defensive specialist, going with the Doom Cannon. So perhaps the Doom Cannon, and Nightwada, I'm pretty sure, is using Seekers, so maybe he's lost his defensive specialist. Anyways, we've got 4 days, 13 hours left on the season, so it's time to maybe start spending. I'm gonna get the Doom Cannon just because the vote was there for the Doom Cannon. Not entirely sure if that's the right answer or not, but it's the answer we're gonna pick right now. Now we're down to 30 keys, which means we can't do anything at all, and maybe people are getting the Doom Cannon from here and the Shock Blaster from there, but I think the general consensus is just go get the troop damage. One other note, as you get that remote defib, do make sure you scroll all the way back over to here and consider swapping that troop boost to your rifleman, because that defib will bring back riflemen as long as you're using Seekers, of course, but I need to build a base here, and I don't like building bases. Maybe, you know what, I'll just pause and then we'll come back with a base built and we'll do at least one battle. What I've been doing is doing one battle every 8 hours and then force quitting at the end of my second battle. That way the engine rooms carry over, and that way you only have to do one battle every 8 hours, and it's not a fun season for that at all. Maybe the progression's too linear or not linear enough. I don't know. Would love to hear your comments. Okay, we are back. By the way, I know my audio sounds a little bit tinny, but we have built, I think it's called, their name is Shagalo. Let's just find where they are. I think it's a lady boomer. I think that is a lady boomer. Someone please correct me in the comments if I am wrong. Regardless, they always do well, and I took their base and I added some of these boom mines. Otherwise, she or they also have the damage amplifier. I have stuck with the Flotsam because I am low on diamonds. We are just going to go. I'm feeling like we probably need to throw Heavy Choppas in, need to change our troop order a little bit. Would really like to match a 6, to be completely honest, but we have got a 7 and they are very naked. So we are going to get rid of the Heavy Choppas most definitely. They don't have flamethrowers. I'm going to leave rifles in, and we are going to drop something like this. We are going to go Laser Rangers. We're going to drop all of this stuff, and we're going to drop 1 boat of rifles to get to that back section, and 1 Bombardier to go with it. Don't know how this is going to go, but the fact they've got so many single-shot defenses, I am so tempted to use Seekers right now. I just don't think I have the skills to use Seekers. You know what? We're just going to go Seekers. This is a terrible idea, but if we send some rifles back there and some Seekers everywhere else, and Everspark with those might be able to pull it off. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to send rifle, Everspark, and I'm going to flare back there, and you guys are just going to go, and I'm going to screw this up so badly because I have not used Seekers this season. I don't think even once. So we're going to see just how badly I can make this go as we try to get that Doom Cannon slightly distracted by the fact that I've got some critters somewhere. We're going to get some other critters out, and hopefully... Oh, this is going to be so bad. Like, so bad. But maybe not as bad as I think it's going to be, because maybe we can just keep that Doom Cannon going slowly, and then just getting all of our troops to go in generally the right direction. And now let's just flare back there, assuming we can, and of course we can't, because they completely and utterly broke how flares work. So it looks like I almost did a decent job here, but did not do a decent job. So I definitely need to get you on the defib status, because as soon as our rifles start killing that thing, we are going to be in a world of pain. But we're still almost okay. Just need to really pay attention to the timing of that. Ugh, flotsam. And now we are not going to finish this base, because I screwed up in a giant fashion. And look how slow they are being. Definitely should have stuck with the old bread and butter, but them's the breaks. So we are going to fizzle, and I am going to retreat. I think, you know what, let's just retreat. I am not a Seeker player this season. Maybe with that extra troop damage I would be. Maybe with some practice I would be, but currently definitely not a Seeker player. The fact that we didn't get that back engine room just hurts my soul a little bit. Guessing it's that Doom Cannon. Maybe we should have sent Everspark with the Seekers. Either way, let's just do one more hit, just so that you can feel okay about the number of times you've lost this season, because I'm right there with you. We got the base built. We upgraded to 7. Should have gone to 7 a couple days ago. But just, I'm not been playing on the weekend, and I've just been in chest collect mode, so that is what we are going to be doing here. Let's just get a move on, and hopefully get a match and get back into Diamond, and then I can be done. So same deal, where that back left-hand corner really does concern me. I'm going to go something like this, and one of you, and all of you. And then I'm just going to clear from the back left all the way forward. So we're going to go something like this, and heavy choppa over there, heavy choppa over there, and you can join the party. And then bringing Everspark in along with the crew, and then all of you guys. So hopefully now Everspark is going to drop some critters, and we are just going to head back over into that neighborhood, and I'm going to throw one of you back there, and hopefully our heavy choppas can clear all of the things as those critters clear behind us. And now things are going to get slightly dicey. Slightly dicey. We've got bombardiers who stayed in behind, which is amazing. Like, we've got a decent split here. Kind of by accident, kind of on purpose, and I will take that any day of the week. So now we are going to see where the heck our troops are going to... Like, this is so freaking perfect. I'm pretty happy with this. Feels like Diamond should be possible with this, as long as we get rid of those little bits of mines. We're going to throw another Cryobomb back in that neighborhood. And now, as our troops move in a direction... What is that from? If you know what that's from, please do let me know. We are going to throw... Again, mortars are just the devil. Mortars are such a big deal this season, and I have just been losing so many troops to them. It is bonkers. And now, if we can get that flotsam down before our troops move forward, it would have been wonderful. But it is. It is. This is perfect. So now we just need our troops to keep on moving. We're going to throw that back there. These guys moving in the right general direction. Maybe a medkit. And then, you know what? Let's get a move on to that engine room, and we'll throw one more there. And just hope that all of our critters can clear up that final engine room, because this is feeling like a little bit of a success. Going to that back left corner, letting our troops just waltz on over, and the fact that some of our troops got stuck at the shore was pretty darn good. Iron Chef Co. coming in They are at 145. We were done well before that, I do believe. So, getting better. My 7 engine room hits definitely do need some work, but I'm pretty darn happy with that, and it's only going to be better when you get more troop damage. Now, if I was to force quit, all of those 7 engine rooms would go towards my next chest, so you know what? That is what I'm going to do. Or what you do is just change Supercell IDs. That is another thing that I've been doing, is just changing Supercell IDs. And now my next chest, I've got 7 engine rooms that went towards that chest. I will be able to claim the previous chest in Diamond, and assuming I get a decent number of stars from that, I'll be able to hopefully lose or win my next battle and still keep progressing. Should I be pushing right now? Probably, but I don't have time for it, and I did want to show you guys how to keep those engine rooms for your next chest, because when people say they're doing 1.5 battles every 8 hours, it doesn't really make sense. So, just wanted to reinforce what the heck I'm talking about. Anyways, I am Zedmod. Comment, comment, comment. Also, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and code Zedmod in all your Supercell sources, games, accounts, all the rest. Thanks for coming in. Peace.